Everything you need to know about charging an EV at home for decentralized fleets, that's the topic for today. Breaking this video up into 3 parts. This part is going to contain how much does it cost to install a home EV charger, what features should I look for in a home EV charger, and how many kilowatts do I need for that home EV charger. How much does it cost to install a home EV charger? That's our first topic. That number can range significantly. The home charging units themselves range from $350 to $800, installation $800 to $2,000, and it's in the installation where things can get really expensive. There's a number of factors that your electrician is going to consider when they're giving you the quote. Labor in your area, the power of the charging unit, the complexity of the job, and how far that electrical panel is from the home charging unit. Now, if you don't have a 240 volt electrical panel, or if you don't have the room to install a 50 amp or 60 amp breaker on your existing 240 volt electrical panel, that means a new panel. And guess what? That's thousands of dollars. And as well, if you don't have the electrical lines, the wiring that comes into the home from the utility that can handle an additional load with your existing load of power, that means you're going to have to get the utility involved, and that includes digging and pulling wires, and that's going to add a lot of time and a lot of money. So first thing I would suggest, if you're looking at doing this, check out what that electrical panel is. That's your foundation. So now, what features should I be looking for? And probably top of that list has got to be a 20-foot or longer cord. The second is certifications. There's 2 certification boards, UL and ETL. These are acronyms for the organizations. They're third-party, independent safety certifications. Make sure your EV charging unit has these. It's going to protect you from a high repair bill and worse off an electrical fire. Number 3 is Wi-Fi connection. I think most people don't really need it, but if you're a power user, you're probably going to want it. With new EVs, you can a lot of times set up inside the EV when you want to charge, so you don't necessarily need a Wi-Fi connection for your smart charger to be able to do that. And fourth is the power of the charging unit itself. There's 3 different levels, so 7.2, 9.6, and 11.5. Those are the different kilowatt speeds. This is where things get really tricky, and again, devil's in the details. Every car has an onboard charger. That's what the car has, right? Because remember, level 1 and level 2, we're taking AC power, feeding into the car, but that AC power has to be converted to DC power. That's what this onboard charger does that's built into the car. Every car has a different number. Hyundai Kona, Chevy Bolt, 7.2. New Hummer can handle like a 19.6. Same with the Ford F-150 Lightning. So if you have a Ford F-150 Lightning at home and you have, let's say, the highest 11.5 kilowatts, guess what? That's going to accept it, and it's going to use every ounce of that extra bit of juice. But if you've got a Kona sitting at home and you have 11.5, you're not going to get 11.5, you're going to be throttled at 7.2. The EV will never pull more energy than it can take. Do I want to future-proof myself because I know I'm going to get the highest, and down the line I want to be able to handle a quicker speed? The other thing, and this is a big thing to think about, is this is for your daily commute. And best practice says 30% to 80%. You don't ever really charge to full capacity unless you're going to take a road trip, a long road trip. And you never really drain it down to 5%. That's not good practice. So you're staying 30 to 80%. Let's say you leave your house at 80% in the morning and you're coming back at 40% every day. You only have to gain 40%. If your car is sitting for 8, 10, 12 hours at night, you're going to get that 40% at 7.2. No problem. Even if you have the Ford F-150 Lightning, Honda Kona, Lucid Air, whatever it may be, you're going to be fine in the morning. Okay, so that's the end of part 1. We went over how much does it cost, what features, and how much power do I need. So the Cliff Notes version of this, first thing to do, check your electrical panel. Can it handle 240 volts? Secondly, the car that you're going to purchase, what is the onboard charger? If it's 7.2, do I really need 9.5? If I don't have a 240 volt electrical panel, do I want to install one? Because I know it's going to be really bloody expensive. I'm going to spend $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 all in. And these are all upfront costs. So you're not going to really see your ROI for maybe 1, 2, 3 years down the line. Because $7,000 worth of gas, that covers you for like 3 years probably, right? Easily, 2.5, 3 years. All stuff to think about.